Okay, and welcome to Queen's Radio Art Show.
I'm David.
I'm Ryan.
And we've got some music, and if you have been on the forum, we'll be slating off movies later.
I hope you'll enjoy that.
Particularly Ryan. I loved it.
Yeah, I hated it.
And of course, we'll have what's going on in the arts world.
Yes. Right now, we've got an interview for you.
Two interviewees. Two very special interviewees.
We've got Dave Keane.
And Emily Didakis.
Hello.
Hi.
Apologise. I, being behind the sound desk, left their mic down. Again.
So, once again, welcome to Dave and Emily.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Emily and Dave, you're both writers. You've been recently published in a book of works for Queen's writers called Tidelines.
Mm-hmm.
That is
and
correct.
We'll have some thoughts on Tidelines on the actual night.
Yeah, we will later on.
Later on.
After we've left. Can't
Yeah,
safely
spare your
out here.
feelings, perhaps.
It's us trying to be tactful. We shouldn't have mentioned that.
No, they're quite good. They're quite good.
They're
I've
close.
already been on Ryan's Bebo page, and apparently the review is less than glowing. I saw.
It's slightly less than glowing. It's slightly incandescent.
Slightly incandescent.
Slightly incandescent.
All right, okay. Like a tea light, maybe? Or it's burning down.
As opposed to a sun.
It's sputtering, but it's still there.
Okay, well, we'll direct this first question to Dave. Dave, how did you get into writing?
Okay. Well, no, way back in the day, like when, I think it was about the time I had braces, because I had buck teeth, and you need to get that sorted
So
out.
did I.
Yes, well,
It's a sign.
Yeah, I was lucky because I got braces and glasses within the same week, so I looked really cool. And probably because of that, I didn't have many friends, so I needed to do something with my time. So I started writing, I think my first the reason I started writing scripts was that I was a fan of the X-Files. You may remember.
As everyone was. Everyone was at least a secret fan.
I was
A closet fan.
I was unashamedly an X-Files fan. I had all the videotapes. There's still a drawer in my room that is like full of the tapes. But anyway, my granny used to buy me the magazine.
There was a magazine?
There was a fan magazine of the X-Files.
Yet another
monthly.
U.S. culture thing I have no clue about.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. But one week they printed some script pages from an X-Files script, and I kind of thought, well, I could do that, and then proceeded to write my own kind of 10-page comedy version of kind of the X-Files, but it was called. But I think at the time I was still kind of wanting to try and sell it to America. So, and I wanted to have this common name, so it was like, Joe Blogs is kind of the everyday name, and in America it's Joe Blue, isn't it? So I used that, so it was called Joe Blue UFO Investigator. So that I started, and things haven't really got much better since. But yeah, I think that was the first time and it was a typewriter. It was before we could afford computers, and so it was like a manual typewriter as well, up in my bedroom.
So you and I have a manual typewriter, actually.
Me too.
It's also alone.
You have a pocket watch. Now, Dave, you and Emily jointly worked on the Panto script for last year.
Oh, yes, that.
Yes.
You say worked. We were both in the room as
while work was being
happened.
done.
Yeah.
Was the essay fairies come? Right.
It was I don't know, 2 nights really of kind of frantic writing.
I think it involved mainly the Clements on Botanic and the upstairs snack lounge in the Seamus Heaney Library.
Yeah, 24-hour opening.
Yeah.
Useful for writing pantos at the last minute.
One of the great hearts of creativity in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have thought.
Heaney would be proud.
Yeah.
So there's...
If he's listening.
I don't know if he is, admittedly. Dave, seem to have a history of writing scripts.
I thought you were going to say a history of mental illness. That's what usually comes after the word history of. But, sorry. Go on.
Emily, do you write scripts much, or are you a poetry writer, or...?
No, I am prose. Unashamedly a prose writer, no matter what any poets out there might think of that.
And what attracted you to prose?
It's really hard to say. I think that some people are sort of naturally attracted to whatever seems to strike them at the moment. Some people are sort of constantly crossing the prose, poetry, writing scripts. I've collaborated on a few scripts, and I've tried to write a poem. But I think when my brain gets going and when I feel good writing, it just means that I'm writing a short story or a novel. Mostly a novel. Mostly one that I will finish eventually. I think it's sort of that. I like writing novels because they're rather mysterious, and they remain mysterious for extended periods of time, not only to the people who know that I'm writing them and don't even know what they're about, but to me, actually working on them.
It's a discovery process.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then you sort of realize, just the amount of times that it changes. I mean, obviously this is true of, I'm sure, every poem and every short story, but the vast amount of time that you can spend without finding the corner that you need to turn is pretty incredible, I think. So yeah, the mystery attracts me to extended prose writing, you could say.
Okay, and Dave, I mean, the work that was submitted to the Tidelines publication, it was a prose.
Yes, it was.
Do you write much prose, or is it mostly scripts?
I guess at the moment it's gone back to scripts. I started off writing scripts, and then I kind of went a bit prosy at some point, and then I've kind of gone back to screenplays through theatre, really. Theatre in inverted commas. But yeah, no, I've written 2 short novels.
It's coming out soon, one of them, right?
Yeah, well, I've been saying that for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
There was the first novel. I wrote it when I was 18, so like 4 years ago. And it's about like kind of the main character is a camel, a talking camel. He likes hip hop, and then he gets involved with there's this group of evil animals headed by the evil crow, and Bill the badger. He has another name, but I don't know whether I can say it.
Not for kids.
No, not for kids. It's that kind of a kid story for adults. Strange adults. It was, yeah, but no. So I got that, and then I sent it to a publisher. And for some reason, they decided to give me a contract. But that was 4 years ago, and I keep emailing them, and they don't talk to me. So I don't know if it's ever going to happen or not.
Keep the faith.
Yeah, or not. Maybe I'll just, I know.
Keep the books burning.
Yeah.
Keep the candle burning. Right, well, we'll talk about Tidelines now, if I can find my playlist. We have Fore's Sicilian, and I very much hope I pronounced that correctly.
Sounds all right.